What's up, Game Boys and Girls? Big T here, back with another video, and we're going to talk about the inevitability of the Nintendo Switch 2, whatever it's going to be called. Some people want Super Nintendo Switch. Some people, like me, like Switch Plus or Switch 2 with the little like exponent thing, like the little 2 next to it. But we'll see what they go with on that. People are expecting it to be a evolutionary console. You guys may know about my theory on a video I did a long time ago. I need to update that. I called it, I believe it was Revolution to Evolution, the Nintendo cycle. Basically saying that Nintendo creates a console that's a revolution, and the next one would be the evolution of that. So if you start with the NES, that was the revolution. It revolutionized gaming, especially for home consoles. People thought, especially in North America, that the gaming market, the home console market was dead. Nintendo came in with this freshness that revolutionized the market itself and just gaming in general. And then the evolution of that was a Super Nintendo. So it's just a more powerful version of the NES. And the Super Nintendo did prove to be that. The N64, again, the revolution, the 3D console, the fun machine, right? It revolutionized gaming. It showed a lot of publishers, developers, how to make their games, their traditional games, their 2D side scrollers into 3D. Nintendo showed you how to do that with Super Mario 64 and subsequent other games that they brought from their 2D base to 3D. And then you get to the GameCube, which was an evolution of that. Better graphics of these 3D world games. And they looked a lot better. It was a pretty good leap. And it was mostly a technological leap. The games didn't really change all that much. It was an evolution. Then you get the Wii. The Wii was obviously a revolutionary console. It was called the Nintendo Revolution. Wasn't that the code name for it? And people wanted it to be called the Revolution and not the Wii still to this day. But yeah, again, it falls into my cycle, revolution. And then the Wii U was an evolution on that. Again, more power. A lot of the same types of games, the controls. You could actually still use the controller from the Wii. I think that was the first Nintendo console to do that allow you to use the last generation's controller into the next generation. So you got that with the Wii U. And then the Nintendo Switch, again, the revolution. Playing console games on the go. That was the revolution of the Nintendo Switch, right? The Joy-Cons, the Swiss Army knife nature of the Nintendo Switch was its revolution. So right now, people want an evolution on that. They want better graphics. They want to be able to get the games that they got on the other consoles, the HD twins or the bigger, more powerful consoles like the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. They want to make sure they get more third-party games on the next system. Because of the power of the Switch, they lost out on some of those games. Or another thing is that if they didn't lose out on them, the games came and they were obviously of lesser quality, visual and frame rate wise. And so, especially in this era that we have right now, the portable gaming PCs that are going crazy here, and I have a few here myself. Here's my illustrious Steam Deck, my beautiful Steam Deck. This is the OLED model. This is actually the limited edition one, as you can tell from the orange thumbsticks there, and that kind of orange trimmings going on there. Very nice console there. And also my Lenovo Legion Go, which is right here. I actually had it turned on because I wanted to show you guys the visual fidelity, if you can, even though this is obviously this is Witcher 3 and this is off screen, so it's harder to see, but this is running at 61 frames. I don't know if you can see if I can get that or not, but it might not be able to come through. You can't really see it probably, but at the top there, 61 frames, and obviously really nice visuals, better than the Switch version of the game, which is still a technical marvel in my eye. I think it's pretty amazing. I'm always fascinated by that stuff when a console that shouldn't be able to play a certain game actually does it. And Nintendo Switch did that with Doom and Wolfenstein and Okay, I was like, what's going on here? My Switch is obviously actually playing, and you can see that the red moon is rising here on. There we go. All my enemies are going to come back. Anybody going to attack me here? I think I'm in a clear area. But yeah, so the red moon rised, and now the enemy's back. You know how it goes with Zelda. But yeah, so a lot of people are expecting the evolution. So what do you want? Obviously, what I just said, you want better visuals, you want better frame rates, you want to be able to get a lot of those games, if not all of those games that are third-party games on the PlayStation and the Xbox. You want to be able to play those on the Switch and not wonder, oh, is it coming? Is this game going to eventually come at some point? We want it day and date, right? And that is the thing that I've been able to, not have to worry about playing on something like the Legion Go. Legion Go is a perfect kind of example here because obviously the Switch, it is very Switch-like, right? So you can pop off the Legion Go controllers here. It's very Steam Deck-like, or Steam Deck. It's very Nintendo OLED-like, where it has the the nice kickstand on the back, the full kickstand, and it's not like the flimsy one that we got with the first model of the Switch. But it also, like I said, you can do motion controls, you can do really cool stuff, and it's built to remind you of the Switch. I don't think you can do like a split Joy-Con thing where you can give one person this side and one person this side and do two-player. I don't think so. Maybe something will allow that, but it's not really set up for that. As you see, the D-pad, it'd make it a little awkward. But it was designed to be very Switch-like, other than obviously its size and power. The size of that screen is the 8.8 screen. It's not OLED, but it is a very good LCD. So it's a little wash. You can see a little bit of the screen backwash, backlighting, but it is a really nice screen. So my thing is that how much is the Switch 2 going to cost to be able to deliver that, to be able to give us the same visual for that, or close, or something like a Steam Deck or a Legion Go or what are these other consoles coming out. Now this thing here retails for $750, like this model anyway. It has a bigger storage in it. This has a 1 terabyte out of the box. So Nintendo could obviously save money on a lower because they do. I believe they still will go with cartridges, so they can get away with not having as much internal storage as the other consoles. But there's something you can save money on that. And also this runs Windows, which the Switch 2 won't have to worry about. So that is also a cost. There's a licensing cost and stuff like that. Because this runs Windows, it has to be higher spec, right? Because it has a different. Again, I'm not the most technical dude, but because it is running an operating system that there's a little bit more of a resource hog than, say, a typical video game console operating system. It won't be as resource hoggy, if you will, as a game console. So they can save money there. But this here, one of the biggest down draws, probably the only downside to this system is the battery life. The battery is not the best on this one. There are newer systems coming out. I can't think there's I don't know if MSI Claw is one, but the One X Player, I think it's called, has a really good battery. I think it's a sizable battery, and it's a lot better. I didn't look up the price for that, but this is $750. And the Steam Deck here has different models, right? So this is probably what Nintendo's going to do, where this has a LCD model that you can get for, I think it's down to $349 right now of the Steam Deck. They all have the same power. It's just that that one is the LCD. This one's an OLED. And again, you price up based on the storage. This is the 1 terabyte internal. And they have a 512. And I don't know if they go down. They actually had a 64. Is it 64 or one? I think it's 64 gigabyte model. Yeah, that's the first one I got, the 64 gigabyte. And then you can add your own storage using an SD card. The SD card slots there. So you can save on price, but people are like, well, if they start with a super low price, say $299, the power of the console is not going to be that great. And I want a significant jump. I want it to be around the power of these systems here at a reasonable price. I personally wouldn't mind if Nintendo sold a $499 Nintendo Switch 2. $399 is probably where it's definitely going to be, but I wouldn't mind them offering a higher tier model as well that would give you more storage or OLED screen, stuff like that. I think they actually should do that because I think there are a lot of fans out there that want the better stuff. Even if you can even add more RAM to the higher spec model. I don't know if that might affect game design and developers, and I don't know which version they have of this game. That would be something they would have to deal with in the on the operating system side of the console to be able to detect how much RAM this system uses. Maybe they have to start with the lower spec console and then build like the way that computers do. It can detect what your RAM is, and you can go in and tweak stuff like that. I think more console games should start doing that type of stuff where you can tweak your settings. I have no problem doing that. I don't think that's a big deal for anybody to do, so I wouldn't mind seeing that. But yeah, I would like to see a higher spec or a higher price model if it means better specs. If it means more power, it means more luxury, like an OLED screen. I wouldn't have a problem with that. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think that's a good idea for Nintendo to maybe release a higher priced console as long as it has more amenities, more RAM or more storage, an OLED screen, stuff like that? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you again for watching and listening, and I'll see you fools next time. Peace out.
Okay. I've got to get going.
Okay, well, that's weird.
Yo, you got this!